Imagine being accused of a crime, and the only thing that can prove your innocence isn't a lawyer, a witness, or a confession, but a machine. A machine that listens to your heartbeat and calls you a liar. But what if I told you the man who created that machine wasn't a detective or a scientist, but a comic book-obsessed psychologist who believed women would one day rule the world? This is the bizarre true story of the world's first lie detector test, and the even stranger reason it was invented. It all begins in 1915 at Harvard University. William Moulton Marston, young, ambitious, and brilliant, was studying psychology. But unlike his peers, he wasn't just interested in behavior. He wanted to measure the invisible, the emotional storms that brew beneath our calm exteriors. And he had help. His wife, Elizabeth Holloway Marston, was just as sharp, though history often forgets her. One afternoon, she posed a simple but powerful question. If people get emotional when they lie, couldn't you measure that? That idea sparked something in William. He began experimenting with a basic medical tool, the sphygmomanometer. It measures blood pressure. Marston believed that when someone lies, their blood pressure rises, ever so slightly. His theory? The body can't hide the truth, even if the mouth can. He called it the systolic blood pressure test, a primitive version of what we now call the polygraph. Marston put it to use in small trials, then eventually in a real murder investigation. The press went wild. Headlines screamed, "Lie detector solves crime!" The public was mesmerized. Could a machine really read minds? Or at least catch liars? But Marston wasn't alone in this race. In 1921, across the country in California, another man took Marston's invention a step further. John Augustus Larson, a police officer and psychology PhD, designed a more advanced device. His version didn't just track blood pressure, it measured heart rate and breathing patterns too. The polygraph was born. Larson's machine was more accurate, more detailed, and it started being used in criminal cases almost immediately. By the 1930s, police departments across America had polygraphs. Detectives saw it as a weapon of truth. But scientists, not so fast. Many experts warned that nervousness, fear, or even embarrassment could trigger the same spikes in vitals as lying. Innocent people might fail the test, and skilled liars might pass. Still, the polygraph grew in popularity. During World War II, US intelligence agencies used it to screen spies. By the 1950s, it had entered pop culture, appearing in movies, books, and TV shows as the ultimate truth teller. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Remember William Marston, the original inventor? He had another secret passion: comic books. In 1941, he created a new kind of superhero. A powerful woman who could defeat evil not just with strength, but with truth. She carried a magical lasso that forced anyone caught in it to speak honestly. Her name? Wonder Woman. Yes, the man who invented the lie detector also created Wonder Woman. Her famous lasso of truth was inspired directly by Marston's obsession with emotional honesty and his belief in psychological justice. To him, truth wasn't just science, it was salvation. A better world, ruled by truth, compassion, and women. Marston believed women were more honest, more emotionally evolved, and better suited to lead society. His vision was radical, even utopian, and though he died in 1947, his ideas lived on, in comic books, in courts, and in the endless debate over whether machines can really know the human heart. Today, polygraphs are still used around the world, in police stations, government screenings, even job interviews. But here's the catch. In most countries, including the United States and Canada, polygraph results are not admissible in court. Why? Because they're not foolproof. Science has evolved. Truth, it seems, is still elusive. But Marston's invention changed the world, not because it was perfect, But because it asked a terrifying question, what if a machine could know when we're lying better than we do? From Harvard labs to criminal courts, from comic books to CIA interrogations, the story of the world's first lie detector is more than just wires and needles. It's about obsession, vision, and one man's quest to make the world more honest by any means necessary. If you thought this story was wild, just wait till you hear what the first text message ever said, or who became the first person jailed for a meme. Subscribe to The World's First and join us as we uncover the strangest beginnings in human history. Because every moment has a first.